Hey, what's up guys, it's Fish here and welcome back to an update to the Game of Thrones 7 Kingdoms mod for Total War Attila. Now this is an early access build. I believe the actual update itself comes out in around about 2 weeks. However, they have now in this update added in the army of the Targaryens. Obviously this army hasn't really been shown in the actual TV show itself really, besides the Unsullied, so do expect maybe changes that occur to these units when we do get to see Daenerys Targaryen's army, I guess, in the next season when it does come out. However, for now we have the Unsullied, we have the Dothraki, we have some of the Second Sons units in this mod as well as that they also added in House Hightower and a few other characters along them lines. I believe they also are changing a few of the 3D models for some of the main characters. However, in Daenerys Targaryen's army we have one of my favorite characters, Barristan Selmy. I think he's an amazing looking character, and obviously he is a mighty warrior, easily one of the best in the 7 Kingdoms. As well as that, we also have Grey Worm as well. Again, a really nice 3D model. I think this mod does a spectacular job at kind of getting the likeness of the units into the actual mod itself. I think that's great. So what I thought we'd do today is we'd actually come up against a pretty mighty army. If we click start battle, we'll run through the units and kind of look at them in a bit more detail. But what I thought we'd do is we come up against a pretty mighty army. I think they number around about 6,500 soldiers of House Hightower, because they are a really good looking unit, and as they come into view we will be able to see them in a bit more glory. And we'll obviously look at these Targaryen units in a bit more detail as well. But I mean, just look at the detail on these units themselves. The Unsullied look great. Now, not all of these Unsullied units do actually have the Targaryen sigil on them. You know, a lot of them are just basic soldiers. You know, the less elite ones do just have normal shields, just basic Unsullied uniforms. But again, they do look great nonetheless. So I don't think House Hightower, for some reason I cannot pronounce that, are coming into view now, and they are super heavily armored. Like, this is a really nice unique faction, and I think all their equipment and everything like that looks great. So let's go ahead and stick it on slow-mo. We'll run through what everything looks like, and then we'll get started in the battle. If you want to skip straight to the battle, then I will leave a skip to battle annotation in the description. You can just go ahead and jump straight to the actual engagement itself. But it should be a fun battle, and I think, you know, kind of the whole point of this mod is, or this video, is to kind of look in detail at the Targaryen troops. So, you know, I'll try and make this quite quick as I waffle on. So on this front line we have some of these Unsullied elite short spears. These guys have the Targaryen sigil on them, and obviously they look very iconic from the Unsullied uniforms. Really nice work the modders have done there. And as we go back, we just have the normal Unsullied. Are these short spears as well, or are these just normal? Yeah, these are just spears. So I guess these guys' weapons are a little bit smaller. I guess, yeah, they are a little bit smaller, but again, they are forming in a wonderful defensive testudo. More Unsullied back here. We have some more of the elite soldiers. Then we have some Unsullied swordsmen over on this side. They're in a defensive or attacking testudo, I believe. But again, just really iconic from the TV show. I think they've definitely nailed these units. Then we look at the Dothraki. Again, I think they've done an amazing job at modeling these guys. They really do look like they do in the TV show. They've definitely done an amazing job. So if you guys would like to see, like a, I don't know, like a 5,000 Dothraki charge against a huge Westerosian force, then let me know, because I think that would be something fun to do. I don't know, just like a full army of Dothraki horsemen just charging down a Westeros force. If you guys would like to see that, just let me know in the comments down below, because I believe I have about 2 weeks until this comes out to everyone. So if you want to see some stuff in that time, then, you know, just let me know in the comments down below. Then we have some just normal artillery, which is obviously very basic. Then we have some of the Second Sons longbows. I believe these guys are trying to get a good view on them. If we insert in on them, maybe we can see them a bit more effectively. And there you go. They have the very noticeable armor of the Second Sons. Also, not Daenerys, but Daenerys, or whatever he's called. I've completely drawn a mind blank. He is also in this mod as well. He has his own custom model, and I believe there's also Jorah Mormont as well. So maybe we can have Jorah Mormont leading like an elite force of Dothraki forces or something against a Westerosian force. So if we look at House Hightower now, we can see that we have some men-at-arms. These are kind of the medium tier sword infantry, I believe, because when you see the heavily armored sword infantry for House Hightower, you will know. Then we have some of the Old Town levies. These guys are obviously the most basic infantry, nothing really spectacular. We have some Hightower spears. I love the way, oh my god, I love the way they've got these flags wrapped around their spears and stuff. That looks really cool. I really enjoy them flags. But as we make our way back, we'll find the more elite soldiers back here. So we have some of the dismounted knights, and I think these guys look fucking amazing. Look how elite these dudes look. Just heavily armored, massive helmets on. That looks great, and I really like their shields as well. Not a lot of other factions have shields like that. So I really do enjoy that. Then as we go back, we have the Hightown Knights. These guys are heavily armored once again, just from head to toe with huge lances. They're going to be a pretty nice match against the enemy forces of the Dothraki. So yeah, I think that's pretty much all the units. Oh yeah, we also have a special character as well. Where is the enemy general? I'll try and pick him out because he is somewhere around here. Because the enemy general is not a character I've really, you guys would have seen in the actual TV show, but he is around here somewhere. I guess we'll find him in the battle himself. He is a really nice custom model as well. Yeah, I'll try and pick him out when we actually do jump into the battle itself. So let's go and click play. My longbows are already opening up on the enemy line, so hopefully my second son's longbows can start picking away a few of the enemy forces. Now I'm hoping they're not just going to clump up all their forces, but they might do, and if they do that, then do expect a little bit of lag. Obviously there is 6,000 enemy forces up against my 5,000, you know, close to 11,000 soldiers, and I haven't really done a battle like this in a while, you know, like a really big battle. So some of the stuff you can always do if it does seem to start lagging is you can always go ahead and just speed up the YouTube video itself. But my god, these Old Town levies are getting destroyed right now as they try and advance up closer and closer. Some of the more elite forces from House Hightower, why can I not say that, are getting picked away, but they have more shields, so they can kind of take a lot more of this missile fire. The Targaryen troops themselves are ready to take this engagement, though. We have some just standing up, ready to receive the charge, and then we also have some soldiers who are as well as that, just kind of forming up in a nice defensive test judo as the enemy advance. I mean, that does look pretty great, though, as the enemy get closer and closer. I think they're preparing their charge. I mean, look at that Targaryen shield wall, though. Holy crap, that looks amazing as the Targaryens get ready to receive a fire. We've got javelins coming over, just decimating the front line. Holy crap, and then they're going to be charging on to the Targaryen line itself. And I mean, this Targaryen line is going to be able to push back. These are the elite Unsullied up against some Hightower soldiers. And we also have some archers down here. Oh, that looks great. Look at the archers just picking down at the Targaryen shield wall. Holy crap, that looks amazing right there. The archers are picking their shots, obviously, taking away. We have some missiles coming out overhead as well, but the Targaryen line is holding firm as more and more soldiers get pushed forward to the advanced line. I'm hoping, by the looks of it, a lot of the soldiers are going to be pushing around. I'm going to try and draw some off, actually, by sending some swords around the side, because I don't want all of their soldiers just to clump up here, which, by the looks of it, is exactly what they're doing. But don't worry, this is just kind of a test battle to show you guys what's going on in this, what's going on in the new update. And I will be getting like more battles with Pixelated Apollo, because I believe he also has the build where we just kind of run through a lot more of the units and have like a proper, less laggy battle where the AI doesn't just clump up. Because at the moment, that's exactly what they're doing, and that's no fun. You know, it's not too bad for lag. You guys can watch this pretty okay, and you can always speed it up in the YouTuber player as well. But obviously we want, you know, more flying battles, and you know, this isn't amazing, you know, this isn't bad lag, but we still would much prefer much smoother combat right now. We'll get some really nice close-ups on the Targaryens. Their shield wall was definitely potent, and I mean, these archer fire coming down here as well. I really like the Hightower flags. I think that's really great. But they are starting to break through the Unsullied shield wall. If we take a look at it, House Hightower is making their way around the side, even with the arrow support. Barristan Selmy might have to go up and help out. I'm not sure if it's going to be needing to happen or not. I mean, I'm sure he is going to get his hands a bit bloody. The Dothraki can move up as well. Let's get on board with some of the Dothraki riders right now as they just make their way forward in their horde-like fashion, because there is 200 units, 200 soldiers in some of these units, so we could literally have a huge cavalry advance on an open field just charging. And again, stuff like that won't be that laggy, because the main reason why this is so laggy at the moment is because all the units are so clumped up. So if we have a proper engagement, I don't know why these guys are their swordsmen, aren't they? Yeah, the swordsman, I guess, can move up and just reform and then go help out. Get some Unsullied swordsmen in there. Now, the reason this is being so laggy is because the AI is funneling all their troops down one passageway, which I was kind of hoping they wouldn't do, but alas, that's exactly what they are doing. But I mean, the Targaryen forces can definitely hold firm against the oncoming onslaught. I still have plenty of soldiers left. We also have ourselves a nice little catapult here as well, if we need to get some nice shots off on them. I'm probably going to let them advance a little bit further into my formation before I unleash that catapult. The archers are definitely killing a ton of men, and I mean, these Unsullied are holding back the advance, even if we are receiving a lot of missile fire ourselves. Some of the high tower knights have made their way through. They are super heavily armoured soldiers, so they can definitely push their way to the front of the engagement and use their superior armour just to outmaneuver the enemy. Some swordsmen, though, cutting off heads. That's great to see. I want to see the Unsullied swordsmen really go to town on the front lines as more high tower horses make their way past this Unsullied shield wall. The Targaryen sigil is being bloodied right now, but in fire and blood. Unfortunately, there's no dragons in this mod. I don't know if they're ever going to be able to get dragons in the mod, but I mean, it would be amazing if they could. Just imagine seeing, you know, one of Daenerys' dragons, or Daenerys herself flying on a dragon. That would be a pretty impressive mountain. I mean, these modders are really, really good, so who knows what we could possibly see. It'd be insane. I can't imagine how they'd get animations and stuff working. I imagine it would take so long, but I think it'd be pretty cool nonetheless. So send up this unit of swords. We want to get the Unsullied swords in, and then we'll really start letting the enemy funnel through. Because I kind of want the enemy to start funneling through on either of these flanks, so they come through here and here. Because how much ammunition has my archers got left? They're about to run out of ammunition, so the second sons will have to go into combat very soon. But we do have plenty of infantry. Is the enemy general around here as well? I don't think I've really seen him in combat right now. But yeah, I can't see him in it. Oh yeah, there he is. I doubt we'll be able to find him in the mosh pit, which is the Targaryen front line. However, my Targaryen line is about to fall. So actually, let's get these swordsmen back now. Swordsmen, fall back. We'll let the Unsullied, the kind of basic Unsullied infantry, which is actually already fighting. So Unsullied swords get back, and the rest of the Unsullied line can start fighting. The enemy should be able to push forward pretty heroically right now, and it's going to be up to these Unsullied to hold firm. I love the way they've kind of broken formation a little bit, but this is going to just be a full-on assault right now as more of the House Hightower and Old Town troops make their way forward. If you've never seen this mod before as well, there is, I think they've got loads of factions in this mod now. We have houses, we have pretty much all the Seven Kingdoms. Well, we do have the Seven Kingdoms in the mod itself now. We have the Greyjoy, we have the Reach, we have the North, we have the Vale, we have the Riverlands, the Stormlands, obviously the Iron Islands in Greyjoy, and Dawn now. So we have, I think, yeah, every single kingdom, maybe apart from the Crown. We don't have any, you know, like, King's Landing troops or anything like that. But among them factions, we also have all these individual houses as well, like you're seeing House Hightower. They are part of the Reach, who have, you know, have Tyrell troops. They also have a few other soldiers. I think they have Tarly troops as well in the mod now as well. There's also Beyond the Wall factions as well. So we have, you know, Wildlings and Night's Watch, which is really, really cool. The Targaryen troops are throwing their javelins now as well overhead. The rest of the soldiers are ready to withstand the assault. Oh my god, look at my Dothraki troops just ready just to cut down these soldiers. That is brutal. That really is disgusting how insane it's going to be as the Dothraki just come slamming in. One of the things I love about Attila is just how brutal it is. Like, the troops, like, there's just so much blood and gore everywhere. I think that's always, it's really, really nice. So again, we'll continue to let them in. We have a pretty nice formation. Obviously, we still have some really, really potent soldiers on these in these Targaryen soldiers. I'll probably charge up these Targaryen soldiers very soon, actually. Let's get these guys to form defensive test studio just for now, because I think it looks so goddamn cool. And then we'll probably just advance everyone up and just fully overwhelm the enemy position, have the Dothraki come charging in. And I think that'll be a good way to end this battle, because again, this battle isn't supposed to be like a super long battle. It's simply just to be here, just to show you guys that these guys are coming in the mod and what they look like. That's kind of the main focus of this mod itself, or of this video itself. So do obviously make sure to subscribe for plenty more videos going forward, because I'll be doing loads more on this. I think I'm gonna be doing a really nice Dothraki charge just on like an open field or something like that. I think that'll be really, really cool. So let me know in the comments if you want to see something like that. So yeah, let's go ahead and command the troops. I want all of these Unsullied in the battle right now. We'll obviously go ahead and stick up Grey Worm as well. He can go charging in. We're actually jumping on his Unsullied unit right now and charging. You can see him right there. He's almost in the center. He's going straight to the front of the engagement, and now he's just lost in the body. I know I can still see him. I can definitely still see him. He's in there fighting. Let's try and find him properly in this engagement. Let's zoom in a bit more effectively and try and find him, because this is one of the, there he is right there, and he's fighting. Look at that. He's actually engaging the enemy. This is like one of the most exciting things about this mod, is the fact that you actually have these individual characters who are, you know, in the battle. You can see them fighting. Sebastian Selmy as well is up here. I guess, is he even a Sir anymore? I guess he is still a Sir. We'll get Sebastian up there as well. We'll get our artillery to start shooting. Why not? Flammable rounds. Let's go, boys. Quick reload. And then we'll get this cavalry to come in. So I want this cavalry just to be, you know, walking slowly right now. The archers, even the archers can come in now as well, and we'll have the lancers making their way in. So these Dothraki horsemen will just give no quarter to this House Hightower. Westeros will be Daenerys's, and these Unsullied will fight to the death to make it happen.
The enemy is going for our general.
Oh, Sebastian is getting in the combat now. It's great to see. I doubt I'll be able to find him, even though he does have, oh, we can see him exactly. He has grey hair, so we can definitely see Sebastian up here fighting, but making his way to the front lines like the elite warrior he is. Oh, the cavalry is coming now. Okay, boys, let's charge. Let's insert and watch this engagement as the Dothraki come in. The catapults come flying over. That looks great. There's a few routing soldiers here to slow us up, but the Dothraki will give no quarter whatsoever. They will rip down these soldiers. I think we got caught up with some of these soldiers, but we're going to be continuing to push on, sending these soldiers flying. Yeah, we're making our way through slowly but surely and hitting onto the back line of House Hightower. They will stand no chance. They have come into our trap, and we will make them pay. The Dothraki on horseback will be matched by no knight of Westeros, as the rest of the units come flying in now and just rip through these soldiers on the floor. I can't imagine these guys will stand for much longer, as the Dothraki are really strong. Now, obviously, it's going to be hard, as we saw in, I think, Season 1? Maybe it was Season 1, or maybe it was Season 2. I think it was Season 1, where Jorah actually fights the Unsullied, and we can see that their blades don't really penetrate the actual, or at least most of the plate armor. However, you know, when you're on these horses in huge numbers, you don't really need your weapon that much. Your horse is your weapon, as you just come smashing in, sending these guys to the ground and just swiping at them. I'm sure there's, you know, holes in the knight's armor, you know, their arms and stuff like that. And these Dothraki are more than capable of finding these gaps in the armor and taking out the soldiers. Still some second sons up there shooting their arrows down. And the Dothraki as well, fighting some of the Old Town Knights. As we continue to go down the battle line. How are the Unsullied doing? How is Jorah Mormont isn't in this battle, but how is Grey Worm doing? And how is Sebastian Selmy doing? Let's try and find them in the combat, as I guess they're leading the front lines right now. There you go. You can see Sebastian there. Now we just need to look where Grey Worm is. He doesn't have a helmet on, to see if we can pick him out in this battle. It's going to be hard to see him. He might have already been slain in this engagement. Obviously, he's an extremely good warrior, so I doubt that will be the case. But you never know. He might have been wounded. He might have been injured. Oh, the Old Town are actually starting to push down the side here. We cannot allow this to happen. Let's get some Targaryen soldiers and let's push them in now. We'll see this Targaryen invasion. Oh my god, they just annihilated that front line. Holy crap, did you guys see that? They threw their spear volley, and that just ripped down the enemy line like they were nothing. Holy crap, that was so strong by the Targaryen. They just took down so many of the enemy forces right there with a quick just throw of the spear. That was brutal, and I'm definitely glad I'm not coming up against any Unsullied in this battle. I'm happy that I am on the side of the Targaryens right now. This knight does not know what's about to hit him. He's using his spear with the Old Town flag wrapped around it, which I really like. But he is surrounded by Targaryens. Let's even get the second sons in here now. They're pretty much out of ammunition, so let's select them, get them to come charging down. And the second sons can come help out now in this front line. How are the Dothraki doing? They're slowly but surely hitting away at the lines. The catapults are for some reason making their way up, because why the hell not? The Second Sons, boys, you've unleashed your weapon. Now, the Second Sons do have some infantry. I didn't bring any of their infantry in this battle. But again, I'm more than happy to do plenty more videos as we see the Second Sons making their way down to help out the main front line. I mean, as soon as the rest of this Targaryen line comes flying in, I'm sure the enemy will be getting broken. I mean, I'm impressed that they managed to last this long, really. I mean, their lines are holding firm, but I mean, the Dothraki horsemen have just lost, like, no soldiers. I think we can even bring out the Dothraki and just charge them back in right now. And I mean, that's what they're good at, right? We'll bring some infantry around this side now as well. Tell them to charge in, like so. And I think we also have some infantry around here as well. Yeah, let's do the killing blow. We'll get these guys, these Unsullied, set up on this left flank. Okay, boys, let's charge in again. Let's get a nice little close-up and see if these Dothraki horsemen can just rip apart the Hightown soldiers. I mean, I imagine that's exactly what they're going to do. Just swinging their swords viciously, hitting into the back. Luckily, they've got some pretty elite armoured units around the back of the line, so they're actually going to be able to withstand this charge decently. I'm impressed with how House Hightower managed to hold them back. But, I mean, the cavalry is just relenting right now. Look at that. They have just completely surrounded them. We haven't actually killed the enemy general, and that's his name, by the way. Yeah, Baylor? Is it Baylor? See if we can find him, because he hasn't said we've killed him yet. And I do know what he looks like, so I'll try and pick him out if I can in the battle itself. But, I mean, there's a lot of Dothraki horsemen. I don't think I can actually see him right now. Oh, and he's just been slain, so I guess I'm never going to see him there. But we can definitely just see this battle unfold. So do give me ideas of what you guys want to see. Do you want to see the Unsullied or the Dothraki coming up against the Knights of the Vale? I think that would be a good battle. But I also want to do a Dothraki battle where we're charging down just a shit ton of infantry. I think that would be pretty cool as well. So just give me ideas in the comments. I'm always excited to see what you guys think. And hopefully this battle's been fun, just watching the new units fight. Yeah, and I don't think it's been that laggy either, considering we do have 11,000 soldiers. I don't think it's been that bad. I think it's been pretty bearable, and especially if you sped it up, I imagine it would have been absolutely fine. Oh my god, the Unsullied are just decapitating the men of House Hightower. Like, they literally are just tearing them apart in fire and blood. Look at that. Look at the bodies at their feet. That is brutal. Oh, I love the sigils. They just look so great. I think the modders have definitely done a great job, and I love the way how they've done this, because obviously there's a lot of we haven't really seen much from the Targaryen forces yet in Game of Thrones, the TV show. So I expect there's going to be plenty of additions probably to this mod as that guy just gets wrecked. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of additions to this mod itself when we get to see a bit more of the Unsullied in Westeros. I'm sure we'll be getting some more updates when that does happen. I'm surprised House Hightower have managed to hold for this long. Oh, there we go. The mass rat has occurred, and the Dothraki are just going to be cutting these guys down. We might as well advance forward everyone then and just finish off this battle and then clean it up. I think that's exactly what we're going to be doing, pushing forward here, killing the last few Hightower soldiers. But, I mean, the Dothraki are going to let none of these soldiers out whatsoever. They are relishing the time to battle, and the Dothraki are going to be pushing forward here, trying to kill whatever's left, with the Targaryen Unsullied also pushing at their back. Daenerys has obviously wanted a clear victory here. We have Sir Barristan Selmy right here as well, leading the soldiers forward. I'm not sure if Grey Worm survived, if I'm honest. I can't see him in here, but Grey Worm might have survived. But Sir Barristan definitely did. So hopefully Grey Worm survived. Well, I guess we could try and find him, but oh well, we're just not going to do it. Just end the battle, see who really racked up kills, see what units really went in that battle. Yeah, as you can see, the Targaryen spears did amazing. Oh my god, the Dothraki Blood Riders got 500 kills. Holy crap, so Barristan getting 200 kills with his unit and Grey Worm getting 180 with his. So, oh my god, and the Dothraki Khalasar as well getting 500 kills. The Dothraki are brutal. Now, a lot of these kills could have come from, say, the units routing, but even still, I think they must have racked up so many kills. So, if you guys are excited for a Dothraki charge against, on a land battle, just, maybe 5,000 Dothraki riders charging down, I don't know, 6,000 Vale soldiers or something like that. Just give me ideas, and I'm excited to see how that goes down, because that's something we're definitely going to be doing. So if you enjoyed this, make sure to drop a like and a comment. You want to see more Game of Thrones, and subscribe to the channel. I also do loads of Total War Warhammer and other various Total War mods, along with other strategy games. So make sure to check out the rest of my stuff there, and I'll see you guys next time, and fish out.